feel me now.
Your home for today's best music.
Hey, we gotta get them hit with a dirty sound.
Where music lives. This is Power 95. Ladies Room comes to you compliments of
Renwick and Thompson Limited
agents for Western Union
and Beacon Insurance.
We plan for every major life event, from birthday parties to baptisms, and celebrating a life well lived deserves the same thoughtful planning. Beacon's Rest Easy plan is designed to give your loved ones the comfort of knowing that they can do just that. With no underwriting and cover for up to 6 family members that includes certain injuries, this plan can be yours for as little as 75 cents per day. Call us at Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6.
Education multiplies their chances and places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, Marianne. Good morning, Karine. Good morning, Christelle. Good morning, Jenilyn. Good morning, Leno. Good morning, Kendra. Good morning, Karine. Good morning, Shauna Dakota. Good morning, Akira in Texas. Shanti, good morning. Judy and Williams, good morning. I hope everybody's doing A-okay. We are back for another show, another ladies' room, another crazy one. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning. Good morning, Valina. Good morning. Come on in, guys. And as soon as you do, just share up the live. Good morning, Laurent. Share up the live and let's get the show on the road. Who else is here? Candida. Good morning, Kamalas. Good morning, Rajesh. Good morning, Giads, Kevon, and Karaku. Good morning, Colleen Modest. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing okay. It is Wednesday, June 8th. Is it only me or is it time just seem to be ridiculous these days? I mean, we were like in January a couple of weeks ago, and here we are in the hurricane season. You know, a couple more weeks, about 2 more weeks. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, roughly 2 more weeks before a general election. So what are y'all arguing about today? Good morning, Zavid. Good morning, Masika. Good morning, Keisha. Jackie, good morning. Wendy, good morning, Bibi. Ralda, Julian, good morning. Claudian, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. All right, anybody else coming in again, special morning, because y'all late. Jackie, I saw Eli Moss on Sunday morning after Crave, and so I said to Elima said to us, good morning, Shaka. Elima says that, Trey, good morning. Elima says, tells me and my crew we could spend the night, we could sleep up because, you know, it was a long night. We've been up there like after 12, 1. Yeah, you know, the show went till like 6 in the morning. So Elima said we could spend the night, but if we come up there, you know, any man, they can't stay. Only women that could sleep in the place. And Elima take us and show us, stay in the pasture and point in 2 blue barrel that he bring down. And he say, yeah, real thing in it. So we could spend the night and we get in, change our clothes and food. So I said to Elima, well, Elima, you on stage, you jumping up and down the place, vote the house, right now your money, haha. Elima say he ain't singing for pay, singing for love of country. Now tell me how Elima's Inspector Hitman Hurricane Gilbert will take leave from New York City for almost what? How much weeks now Elima's in Grenada? About 2 weeks, 3 weeks? And Elima say he's singing for the love of the country, Papa. He say he ain't getting paid. So I buy it, so I sell it. But Elima say he ain't going back up the road anytime soon. So imagine Elima saying walking here, he ain't going back up the road anytime soon, but he's singing for love of the country. You telling me about Elima on them? Elima say he's singing for love of the country right now. He ain't getting paid for that. Talking about love of the country. What are you arguing about on Metaverse today? Yesterday, all was gallivanting and galloping about artists and this and who and do and take money and. All wasn't tired. Like, all hand and mouth doesn't tired. I mean, y'all can tell me that because I getting paid to talk. I mean, so what is y'all excuse? Every day, so? Gosh, man. All it doesn't tired? Every day, all you finding something to argue about. Mark maybe just sit down there and shake his head and like, who are these people? Why did I give these people access to my platform? Y'all just doing the most. All you're doing the dog on the man platform, boy. Nah, man. I mean, people could find little thing to argue about every day. You know what? Listen, arguing is the most stressful thing there is. It drains you. You're tired. You use up all the brain cells, especially when you're going back and forth with people that can't see your point of view or don't want to pick a side and they just jam in there and they're not willing to learn anything. You know how much energy it takes to stand up and argue with somebody on Metaverse? Nah. And it's not even me. I'm not even posting and I'm tired. I'm fed up. I got into Prince Ollie up and down Metaverse. I'll taking a break. Take a little time out. I'll could log out for a day. Free up for a day, man. Oh, God, man. Every day, so? God. Anyways, go back and mind my business. They're paying me here. They ain't paying me for that. So, we have a situation here. It's a specky lie. That's a little what the man say. In line was say he's singing for love of country. I don't know the man paycheck. I didn't see how much he does get. He say doing that is his contribution to the country. So he's singing. So we have you have receipts? You want him money as he come off the stage. I have receipts. I don't know who's Specky telling that. I know that beast, you know. There's no Eli was singing for free on no stage. Specky like a money. Watch if Specky was a woman, eh? Oh Lord. Eli must like money. Eli must low as bench. Eli must have spending a bad dollar to see a bug wine. Eli must. All the talking just talk there. Never hear a woman say Eli must hands off and free it. Eli must nothing. Eli must and them the easy boy. Anyways, can we go back to what we were talking about? And as usual, bong away from the conversation at hand. So, we have a situation here. Why am I over here? I'm trying to get on my page. The man say he's singing for free. I can't tell him man he's just singing for free. So if you have receipt, show me. Let me see a copy of the receipt. Let me send it for him and tell him he lie. So this person here says, hey Aruna and Ladies Room, I need your advice. So I'm in a relationship about a year plus. Everything has been going great from the time we met, you know, until a couple weeks ago I noticed the honeymoon stage over. Homegirl, welcome to the real world. A couple weeks ago I noticed some changes in my boyfriend. By the way, he's 32 and I'm 27. Changes in terms of him being very possessive and jealous. So my situation is I went out a couple nights ago with my girlfriends. One of them called me while he was there. And, you know, we were talking about something that happened at the event. And when I got off the phone, he was upset that I went out and never told him. He claims he can't trust me and feels a type of way about me going out and not telling him. So I told him, obviously, I wasn't trying to hide or lie because I wouldn't have the conversation in his presence if I was. So my question is, should one have to tell their partner about their whereabouts? That's what she wants to know. Should you have to tell your partner? Oh, these young people are them real have their own way, yes? So all they want to go in a relationship and just do all they want and do all their own thing and just act like we all single. Miss, you need to decide if you want to be in a relationship or you want to do your own thing. If you want to do the dog, fly a kite, you know, bong slow, do whatever you want to do. No, don't get me wrong. You're not asking. The only person I had to ask to go anywhere was my mother or my father. I'm not going to ask any gentleman, can I go somewhere? But respect. The respectable thing to do is at least say to the person, hey, John, Jack, Tom, I'm gonna be heading out with my girls. I'm going out with my girls today, later on, tomorrow, weekend, whatever the case might be. It's just respect. It means you consider your partner's feelings. You consider them. They're important enough. You're not asking him, can I go, please? We have a problem if you have to ask anybody to go anyway, please. Let's just put that out there. Anybody, whether it's man or woman, if you have to ask permission, please, to go anywhere, those aren't your parents. But if I am in a relationship a year plus with somebody and it says it's been going good, we're going to get back to the little red flags that flying around within that scenario in a bit. But just to get to the question that you ask, should you have to ask, or should you have to tell your partner about your whereabouts? Why not? I mean, I would feel a type of way too if I was him. My reaction might be different. You feel your girl on phone or your man on phone talking to you fellas about, hey boy, we had a time last night. We level some bottles. We do this, we do that. And you're sitting there looking at him and like, huh? What? Oh, you went out last night. Okay. How would you feel? It's just a form of respect. You don't have to. But to me, it's just a form of respect for the person you're with. To just say, not like you have to give them ball by ball coverage. Well, I'm going in Junction. Me and Sarah and Jan and Jill and Betty and whoever will be there. And you don't have to give like the full details unless they ask, well, who you chilling with? Then, if you feel to, you can. We are different, boy. So you're in a relationship with somebody and you're just going about your business. Everybody just going about their business. And nobody ain't saying, well, hey, I'm going down the road. I don't know about you, but I feel good when my partner says to me, hey, I'm going so and so place. You're not asking me. You're not asking me nothing. Not your mother. You're not asking me that. But to me, it's just like a nice feeling to see that they consider your feelings, and they consider you enough to say, hey, I'm going by the shop, or I'm going country, or going on the beach. Just, you just go. Why not? There's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. I just find I'm seeing a lot of women having issues with that. Why you have issues with that? These young people and them, Papa, they're different. Maybe all your relationship pattern these days is different, but I mean, I am not saying everywhere they go they have to tell you. I mean, sometimes if you're just running to the supermarket or you're running an errand, that's okay. But I'm talking about like where she says she went out a whole night out with her girls, and he found out by the conversation that she was having with the girl on the phone, one of the girls. I'm not saying you have to tell them, like, say you work 8 to 4, 9 to 5. You don't have to like give ball by ball coverage of every hour of the day. Like you leave work, I went to the supermarket and then I come back, or I stop by the corn man and buy a corn soup, or I buy a piece of barbecue, or I went in the shop in the bakery and buy 2 buns. I'm not talking about that kind of telling everything or saying. I'm talking about in instances where you're going to be out for an extended period of time. Like you're going to an event, you're going to a hang, you're going to whatever. To me, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Yeah. Someone says it's just respect. Say if something happens, the man know you're supposed to be in your bed, so what are you calling him for? Sheena says I'm still struggling with it because it starts a problem when you leave and not say something for whatever reason. What if you're dealing with beasts, then you go start a problem? But how would it start a problem if we're both adults and we're both communicating to each other? Might be one off where you just ups and go, you jump in your car, you turn your key and you're gone about your business. Nothing wrong with that. Someone says some of all you're telling all your side piece everything, but not all your real man and woman. Someone says, so it's me alone that just get up and leave the house without saying anything? When them people try to call me, I will say where I am. Okay. Alright, well, as I say, different strokes for different folks. If that works for you. Rihanna says, I used to struggle with this. The way my foot hot, I just jump in my van and go and don't think about anything else. But then I would get annoyed if you had mentioned something to me. So I had to learn to remember to mention I'm going somewhere. Thank you, Rihanna. You can have the Nutmeg Award this morning. That's the question I'm asking. How would you feel if your man was the person taking phone call from his brethren and hear him laughing and giggling? Boy, we had a time last night, and you're sitting there wondering, but what time you had where? When? Oh, so you wouldn't feel no way? So we just doing your own thing. Well, I mean, if that's the precedence y'all set and if that's what works, different strokes for different folks, like I said. If that works for you, fine. But if the man has an issue with you just ups and leaving and not even mentioning, hey, I'm going so-and-so, I'm going out tonight. You don't even have to say where you going. Just a heads up, I'm hanging out tonight, I'm hanging out later, I'm hanging out tomorrow. Nobody ain't asking you to write a 2-page essay, 120 words, saying where you're going and describe why you're going and all them things. Nobody's asking for that. But I honestly don't see anything wrong if you're in a relationship and it seems to be serious, a year plus, you're saying everything is great and you just ups and you and your girls and them hanging like nobody business, and then you all sit on giving about and the man didn't feel a type of way. Morning, Sonia. Dandelion, morning. I haven't seen you in a minute. Y'all didn't see nothing wrong with that? Well, how would I reach your father, the woman, and asking the man to go nowhere? She telling the man she's going somewhere. She ain't asking Troy, could I go with my girls and hang tonight, please? No, Papa. A lot of people need to be single, eh? Let's just put that out there. Because you can't be in a relationship and want to act like you're single and doing your own thing. Dying flying right. No.
No. If she really want the answer to that question, I want her to put herself in the man position and see how she would feel if he done that to her. And then here goes her answer. Because I know if the man flipped the script and it was she in the position, she would not feel comfortable about it. So here goes she answer. Tell her, well, not to tell her. I asking you, girl, if the situation they flip, how you would have feel? And that was the answer they right there. Because if you're in a relationship, no matter what, true courtesy,
yeah, that's a word,
for
courtesy,
your partner and appreciation, you will share that sentiment with him that you're going out with your girlfriend or whatever the case is. So put yourself in homeboy position and see how you would feel if the script flip. Have a good day.
Have a good one. So Lava Rosa says, Aruna, you're saying one doesn't have to do it all the time, but this is what causes the problem because you're picking and choose where to tell where you're going for whatever reason. Sheena, that's why I said when you're going somewhere for an extended period of time that is different to you running little errands here and there. You don't have to call somebody and say, well, I'm going and pay my bill now, I'm going by now, Asa now, I'm going by Grand Lake now. Or I'm just calling you to tell you I'm going in the supermarket now, Or I'm running in the store to pick up something. No, you don't have to do that. That falls within your day. You do what you have to do. But I'm talking about if you're going to be hanging out for extended periods of time, chilling with your friends, whatever you want to do. Just say, hey, I'm hanging out later. You don't even have to give explanation on where and what. I don't know. I just think it's courtesy. I don't know. But I'm seeing a lot of women disagreeing. I don't know what's going on in all their relationship over there, but morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ruda. I have to call for this one.
Tell me.
Anna, let me talk about it, okay? Now, you're saying that it's not every little thing a woman might have to tell her man. Oh, let me start off and say, yes, I understand what a lot of people say. You know, it's respect, consideration, and whatnot. But what happens when you just jump up and go and you didn't happen to tell him for whatever reason? Sometimes it's not intentional. You get a call, you're busy getting ready, you don't have time to pick up phone and text or whatever.
So that means your man, that mean that your man is important then? Because if you get a call to go somewhere one time, same time, and the last person on your mind is your man to say, hey,
I'm getting ready. I have to look for outfits. I have to do makeup. I have to do this, I have to do that.
Okay, so when you do all that and right, and you reach to where you're going now and you settle down, you still won't pick up the phone and say, hey, outside?
Well, I went and eaten umbrellas for 2 hours. I go back home, and I'm talking about it now. Am I not to be trusted because I didn't tell you I'm going outside for 2-3 hours? It sets a precedence when we make it seem as if you want to consider your man, you go definitely tell him no. It's
So you just want to do
not a
your own.
gray
So you just
area.
want to do your own thing.
I'm saying that. But the voice, not the person stand before and say, put yourself in somebody's shoes. Yes, and if your man normally just get a call with the boys and he say he going outside and thing, and the next day he telling you about it, he telling you, well, we went wherever, blah, 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 blah. I mean, you hold it against the man that he didn't find
But the
time
thing
to pick
is,
up the phone and tell you,
but the thing is, she didn't even tell him. He found out because she was on the phone with the friend talking
well,
about
he didn't
it.
come up. He wasn't, he ain't checking up on the woman to ask how she there go. He didn't follow him up, so...
Thank you
I
very
played
much.
with that.
Yeah, you're doing the most now, and I ain't lying.
I was playing it out.
You're doing the
I
most.
like the precedents we set, understand what everybody's saying. Yes, it's nothing wrong with just babes are going here, babes are going there. But when we set a precedent that when you don't do it now, it won't look suspicious. You just always tell me where you're going up and you was too busy. Like, I'm just saying.
Got you.
All right.
Later. Sava says, when I was unsure about how to set my boundaries because you still have to be in a relationship, I was hiding stuff. Then yes, I would hide it and feel away if I get clocked and caught. But maturity and lessons teach me ain't nothing wrong when I'm sure about my real intentions. And I ain't doing anything untoward. It's respectful and considerate. That's what I'm saying. Someone said, morning, Aruna. I am a product. Lord, I reading the wrong thing. Yep. I believe in respect on every level, especially in a relationship. I always tell my partner my plans ahead of my work schedule, not because I have to tell him my every move, but as a matter of respect and consideration for him and the relationship. That's what I'm trying to tell hardhead Sheena. That's my point. Even if you get a call now and somebody say, hey, we're pressing. You try to tell me now all the pressing, the man was nowhere in your mind to even message him and say, hey, my boy, are pressing. Not one time. You bathe, you put on your makeup, you get dressed, you jump in your vehicle, you leave the house, you meet your girls, all you sit down, eat, have a good time, and nowhere throughout that period of time, you mind and even say, well, hey, let me check in with homeboy and tell him, yeah. Nowhere at that point in time, your mind run on the man to say, let me just hit him up and tell him I'm outside. Nah, Papa. Let me go back to the other part of the situation now. Someone says that's the reason men don't take a lot of women seriously. They also lack respect for the man and the relationship. If that's your partner, there should be nothing. That should be nothing for you to share.
I'm targeting you today. Use a creeper, so you can't see this. You can't see the logics in that. Use a creeper. Say no more. Use a creeper, so you can't see the logics in that. And then I said, in this day and age where we have cell phone, even if you get off on a call and you dress, you look for clothes to rush out, whatever the case is. On your way to that event, when you get to that event, you can pick up your phone and say, babes, is that short notice, thing. But I'm out with my girls, I'm out with my boys, So it's all about consideration, So, but you can't see the logics in that because you're a creeper.
And you're well pressed about it. So there's the other part of the conversation we need to address. You guys can chime in at any time. 440-9595. Y'all can hold on. Let me see something. Find when I say the number fast as I could have been saying it wrong. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Right. 440-9595. The mature people in relationships, in long-standing relationship, how does that work for you guys? I'd love to hear y'all. Do you have this precedence where you tell each other where you're going? Or do you just get up, okay, I'm my own man, I'm driving my own vehicle, I'm gone? How does that work? I'd love to get some feedback from you guys. Someone says in serious relationships, it's respectful to let your partner know where you're going, but permission is another animal to get all together. If you ever have to ask permission, it's time to leave that relationship. Yeah, this one self. Until he puts a ring on your finger, you're single. Until he puts a ring on your finger. You know what? FYI, some men just program you in that way, so when they're ready to cheat, they know your movements in your time window, not to get caught. Oh. So all they going in a relationship with a real trust issues, boy. So in a whole relationship with a man and you're already planning what you go do if you tell him where you going, where you're telling me you know what. No, that's not work, you know. See, you enter into a relationship and already you have these preconceived notions about what he's gonna do. So you're not gonna tell him your whereabouts because you don't want to make him wise. Listen, you tell him, you won't tell him. If a man wants to cheat, he's gonna cheat. There's nothing that's gonna stop a man from cheating if he wants to cheat. Even if you tell him where you're going, even if you don't tell him where you're going, even if you know your whereabouts or you don't know your whereabouts, if he wants to cheat, he's going to cheat. So to get into a relationship and that's your excuse rather for not saying where you're gonna go because you don't want to make homeboy wise. Miss, stay for yourself. This person here says, set your boundaries from now. You can let him know where you're going out, but not every move. Do you know his every move? If you move smart and accordingly, if not, move smart and accordingly. He got something up his sleeve. It's okay to have that freedom when you're not married. Don't act married when you're not. He doesn't want you to accidentally run into him. Ooh. Nah, feeling like how them man does feel this morning, boy. What are they dreaded? Let me read this again. Set your boundaries from now. You can let him know where you're going when you can let him know that you're going out, but not your every move. Do you know his every move? If not, move smart and accordingly. He got something up his sleeves. It's okay to have that freedom when you're not married. Don't act married when you're not. He doesn't want you to accidentally run into him. How is acting married when you're not? So only when you're married do certain things. If you're in a relationship, yeah, say it's a serious relationship, you're getting to know each other, and that a relationship that could eventually lead to marriage. So you're just not gonna do anything, and then you're talking about knowing, and you watch, fight up with that relationship on them here, Papa. By the way, Dwayne, you were supposed to call this morning. We found Dwayne yesterday. Dwayne called in after the program and identified himself. He was supposed to call in this morning. Let me see if I find Dwayne. Morning.
I don't know, I see why them girls and them just get on backwards, forwards, front ways. They're stupid. Stay out of them big people affairs. When you have a husband or you have a man, that is your man. Right? That is not a joke. When you're going anywhere, I wouldn't say permission, but for me, it's cool to get permission. Maybe I could go wrong, so you're cool with that. That is a big people relationship. Them little girls need to stay in their place.
At least you still good. You're asking. You're very nice about that part. But someone says, I am married 30 years now, and both of us never tell each other where we're going. No confusion in our home. And we talk everything we want to share. This was done on paper before we got married about things we want and things we don't want. For that reason, we don't cuss and fight. Yes, we do get mad at each other, but we deal with it in a positive way. 30 years? And now they never tell one another where they're going? Really? No point in time at all? He ain't telling you, you ain't telling him? For 30 years? Wow. Okay. Well, I guess that works for you. Married for 30 years, she says, and never told her significant other. They don't tell each other where they're going. I don't know. Don't even sitting right on my chest, Papa. You just up and leave and you don't even say for 30 years? Well, you know what? If it works for you, who am I to tell you otherwise? I guess different, like I said earlier on, different strokes for different folks. Whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you, well, it works for you. I guess not everybody are created equal. 30 years, never told each other where they're going. Just do what they gotta do. Someone says, nope, not even if he puts a ring. If I have to ask permission or tell him every move, I'm going and live with my parents. They are the ones I had to ask if I could go somewhere and tell me my every move. And it's just tell my other half I'm going out and where, just in case something happens, he knows where I'm at. That's what I'm saying. I never tell anybody to ask for no permission. I will tell my partner about my whereabouts even in advance, but I will not seek his permission to do so. I have nothing to hide. Anyways, let me go back to the top of the part that you mentioned. You said you noticed some changes in him. He's 32, you're 27, and you've seen some changes in terms of him being very possessive and jealous. Now, a little jealousy in a relationship ain't bad. Nothing wrong with feeling, okay, a type of way sometimes, but when it becomes over possessive, and the jealousy knows no bounds, then it's a problem. So you need to monitor that and watch that. You need to watch that, because it's one thing, because it could be one thing to say, oh, I'm going here and there, but if this person is possessive and jealous, it might be a case of you having to ask them if you could go out or whatever the case might be. So you did say everything has been great, a year plus together, everything has been great, but you're noticing a couple changes. And the honeymoon done, people will show up their true self. It's only so long a person could pretend for. After a while, you're going to see the true nature of the beast. So maybe he's now showing and who he truly is. So you need to watch that part about him being very possessive and jealous. A lot of things should come out of this possessiveness and jealousy, and not good things. So you need to watch that and make sure you check that. All right? You need to watch that. This person here says, only my kids know where know my whereabouts because the man have his people. Pepsi says stop. Pepsi says stop mixing all the parents in nonsense because y'all doesn't even tell all the parents where they're going at shots. Jackie says if you're not jealous, feel away now and then in a relationship, then you don't care about that person. Now you have to feel a little thing. But you have to be controllable, not no out of control jealousy. Where everything you're flying off the hook and who, where, when, what, why. You have to give ball by ball coverage of everything. You have to give them your phone. They want to check your phone. They want to see where you're going, who you're with, who you're talking to. Nah, there's a different type of jealousy. When you get to that point, exit stage right immediately, pronto, immediate effect. Someone says you shouldn't have to tell anyone where you are 24/7. You need to watch him good. When people all of a sudden start acting jijiri, you know what time it is. Your relationship may have more than just you and him. Not seeking permission but courtesy to say, hey, I'm going out. After all, you're both grown and have, you have autonomy over your own lives. So I don't understand. Someone says you guys are not living together, so you don't owe each other that. So you have to be living together, boy? What man and them do them women out here, boy? So you have to be living together to tell homeboy you're going out the road to come back? You have to be living with a man to tell him you're person tonight? You're going somewhere tonight? Man and them have it to do it all day, yes? Nah, man. Fellas? That's all they go through every day?
Yeah, if you go somewhere and you can't see where you're going, when you're meeting your trouble, don't call me.
You sound like my mother. Nobody else said you know it. Don't call me. Anything happen, don't call my number. Someone says, run, girl, run. Because it's like you don't ask for permission, that's why you vex. I don't think that's what it says. He says he didn't tell him. The situation is I went out a couple nights ago with my girlfriends. One of them called me while he was there and we were talking about something that happened at the event. When I got off the phone, he was upset that I went out and never even told him. He claims he can't trust me and feels a type of way about me going out and not telling him. He never say not asking him, he says telling. So I told him obviously I wasn't trying to hide anything because I wouldn't have the convo in his presence if I was. So my question is, should one have to tell their partner about their whereabouts 24/7? Never said you didn't ask me, that's why I'm upset. He says, you didn't ask me, you didn't tell me, that's why I'm upset. There's a difference. The wording is very important. Ask and tell. Now if he had said, well, you had asked me to go anyway, that's a different kettle of fish. But when he says, you didn't tell me, to me it's not one and the same. Ask and tell can't be the same thing. No way. It's respectful to say you're going out. This one says if you have a man or a manager. Someone says he's cheating and he thinks you're doing it too. That's how they start. Come down from there. How we reach there? How cheated or reaching a man simply saying, Miss, you go out and you even tell me, yeah, the courtesy, to even tell me you're going out. How we reach on the man cheating? Like how? Boy. Someone says out of respect, but at least let your partner know where you are going in case of an emergency, but you don't have to seek permission. Let me hear parents saying, ladies, what is so hard about taking up a phone and saying to your significant other, hello, I'm going such and such place with such and such person. I await the answer. Because as far as I can understand, he wasn't seeking to have her ask for permission, just to be informed. I await the answers. Nah, boy, he cheated and he think you're doing it too. That's how they start. What? We really have some damaged people out here because of relationship. All they have real trust issue, you know. That's
Man behaving a kind of way, right? Is it because she gave the man a reason to start behaving them kind of way? You know, sometimes people want to blame the individual. Oh, why you doing this and why you this and why that? But sometimes you give people reasons to start feeling insecure, not even jealous, feeling insecure. And maybe the things that she doing, she putting him in that position to feel insecure on the relationship. That's why she may find things not the same. So, Miss, I think you need to evaluate yourself as well and the things that you're doing and what you're not doing. And ask yourself these questions. Because people sometimes doesn't just change like that. Yes, people pretend, people can only pretend for so much and so long. But a lot of times in relationship, the other party does contribute to a lot of things. So you need to evaluate a lot of things, what's going on, and ask yourself, why is he behaving like that? What you used to do differently back then and what you're doing now. So evaluate things and evaluate yourself.
Your chick saying there. You could go your way. Just let me know you're leaving the house. I don't want to know where you're going. What do you either see the heart don't feel? That's the thing. The man never asked you to tell him, ask him permission. So I don't know. Nah, papa. Someone says you guys are not living together, so you don't owe each other that. That situation, though, is a good reason to open the door to having conversations about your expectations. It's polite and respectful if you do, but you're not obligated, and he needs to work on his insecurities. Men can't stop women from cheating if they want to. Another person says, are you guys living together? If yes, then of course your boyfriend needs to know where you are going. Again, you are a grown woman, not a baby, so if you're both not living together, there's no need to seek permission from him either. The man never say to seek permission. Why y'all keep throwing this permission word in the mix? At no point in time she said he wanted her to ask him permission to go anywhere. She says he's upset because she didn't tell him she was going wherever she went. The man never say she have to ask him for permission. Why y'all keep harping on this permission, but ask for permission? She never said so. And if that was the case, it would have been high up in the message. At no point in time did the young lady say the man wants her to ask him permission to go anywhere. She said he's upset because she didn't tell him. And the way he found out about it, by her being on the phone with one of the girls she was hanging with, he felt a type of way, like a sort of disrespect. At least going down the road was all he was asking for. Someone said that you normally tell your boss or manager on work when you're going out during work hours. It's the same way. You have to tell your boyfriend because he's the manager at home. Someone says, Abalin, I try to ignore the notification, but girl, you need to tell the man where you're going. He can't run the risk of you and his side woman bouncing up. Or maybe he just want to know you're safe and then know about no harm in life. I ain't see nothing wrong with you telling him where you're going, because there's cause for concern. If he wants to know your every move, then he wants to control you. You're not a remote. Carnival coming, don't watch the red flag and think his Monday night mass start without you. Marisha has killed me. Marisha said, come on, if I come in, ignore them red flags and think it's a Monday night mass flag that waving. Let me wrap up and go about my business here because you ain't look as though I'm getting through to all you this time. You ain't look as though I'm getting through to all you, Papa. All you set in the fact that I'll have to tell the man nothing. What WhatsApp you sent me? Why Salvan like a confusion? So what WhatsApp Salvan sent me? I don't have no WhatsApp message from you. Just like confusion and bacana? Hey. Bonji Hashem, yes. Bonji. So Salvan, you couldn't come back on the same WhatsApp and tell me that, no? Eh? You have to come on national radio and tell me that? And I'm already like ready to light you up, you know. Bonji, I didn't see that. I saw it, but I was on a call. That's what happened. That's all they're doing, scooping on the internet. Someone have a great day. Have a wonderful day. We are yet to connect. But don't worry, season long and open. We outside. This was a call. Dwayne was supposed to call me this morning. Dwayne, if you're listening, you promised to call. It was a promise. Alright? I ain't no fool, so don't make me promises that you don't keep. We were supposed to have a conversation this morning. You promised you were gonna call. Huh? Someone says I was married 35 years. I was married at 35 years. Agatha, you need to edit your... Were you married for 35 years or you married at 35 years? I was married... Let me read exactly what you have because I'm really not getting it. I was married 35 years and he go really crazy. I met this guy who was having a relationship and all he do is lie about everything. We built a house, then he bring in other women in it, so I got rid of him. He's respectful now, he need me. I have given him everything, but I'm happy single and I'm to get my money. That sound like a whole ladies room for yourself, Agatha. Agatha, inbox me. Let me fix up the thing and inbox me. Gotta fix it up because for it is there, it's like really all over the place. I ain't get it. She does say I'm going to get stroke trying to understand that. I don't like all your ways at all. Get stroke. That piece of message is the real tie up. So you need to inbox me so we can unravel it together and try to make sense of what you're trying to but from what I kind of gather is you were with somebody and you guys got married and you build a house for him and you're running up and down playing him fool with other women, so you put him out. I think there's Gatha, give us a full story. Inbox me so we could sort out that story, alright? Marisha, your behavior real rank, you know. Gatha say the man lying and she still build a house. Beacon Insurance, thank you. Western Union, thank you. Thanks everyone on the live. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got that. I got that. I'm willing to help you, but
Ladies Room comes to you compliments of
Renwick and Thompson Limited
Agents for Western Union
and Beacon Insurance.